Hello everybody, it's here to you, and welcome back to Let's Play Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. In the previous episode, we conquered the world of Summer Forest completely. Almost. There's still a few things that we couldn't quite do yet, but bottom line is, we defeated Crush, and now we're moving on towards the first world in Autumn Plains, Skelos Badlands.
Hey, Dragon, I hear you're pretty tough. I bet my cousin Glug you wouldn't be able to make it through the Badlands without getting singed.
And now we have our objective. We have to save the Caveman. It's so easy, a caveman can do it. Okay, so I want to do something. So, you know those Geico commercials where it has the caveman and they're like super offended because the commercials keep saying that it's so easy a caveman can do it? I remember they tried making a TV show out of those, but I've never really been able to find anything about that since. I remember it being like a really bad show, and so I wouldn't recommend looking it up on your own time, but it's just something that comes to mind from time to time. Alright, so for now we're taking care of these enemies. I don't know the names off the top of my head, so I'm gonna call them Jeffrey. They're gonna be Jeffrey the Fireball, and they shall be destroyed. Alright, so we'll go across this area. And the basic idea behind the Skelos Badlands is that all the cavemen are under attack from these fire jerks, and we need to go save them all. Now, this is honestly one of my more personal favorite levels of this early in the game. And I'm gonna be completely honest, a lot of the early levels just didn't really impress me that much when I was playing through this the first time. But Skelos Badlands was where I really started to see just how fun this game can be. Now, I'll talk about this a little bit more later in the Let's Play, but personally I consider the first game to be stronger than this one, but at least in terms of level design, but that's a topic for a future episode.
Spyro, our village is being overrun by lava lizards. Can you get rid of them before they eat my little buddies? I'll lower the bridge for you so you can get over there.
Okay, lava lizard, that's what they're called. I don't care, I'm gonna keep calling them Jeffrey. So, we have some lava lizards in this area. Basically what we're gonna need to do is that we need to keep an eye on which ones are hatching. They're always going to hatch in a set pattern, so you can just watch this video, memorize the pattern, and then you'll be able to complete it in record time. And that's gonna be pretty fun.
Well done, Grasshopper. Take this shiny, thing we found to aid your journey. Uh-oh, it looks like more lizard eggs are dropping down. Are you ready for another challenge?
Now, something I gotta say is that I remember earlier in the series I was kind of criticizing Spyro's partners in this game because it kind of felt a little silly that they already had the Spirit Orb, so why not just give them to Spyro? To be completely honest, I completely forgot the plot point that all the fairies had scattered them away and hid them in these worlds, so I guess it kind of makes a little bit more sense, but I'm still gonna make fun of Hunter whenever I can because he's like one of the worst characters in this game.
Thank you for helping us against Spyro. You deserve another shiny thing. I was going to use it as a nightlight.
Oh, that's kind of cute. And now we've taken care of all that. There's not much left to see over here, but just figured it'd be nice to go into this area to remember it one last time. Now, something worth mentioning about this video in particular is that this video is being recorded in post-commentary because... Alright, so this is kind of a long story, but I'll try to keep it short. So, my microphone uses a standard USB cord to connect it to a computer so I can record stuff. And the one that I was using for a while got really badly damaged. So, I had to use a replacement one, and the only one that I could find was a really old one. And I used that to record the audio for this video. But I didn't realize until after the video was over that it completely distorted my voice and made it sound like I was underwater the entire time. So that goes to show, do a test recording whenever you can and whenever you're changing a recording setup. You are going to regret it later if you don't. Like I am right now because I'm having to re-record this video in post-commentary. Just one thing that's a little bit unfortunate about this game is that Spyro to Ripto's Rage has an autosave feature, which means that if I have to re-record something, then I have to just really hope that the footage at least is intact, so I can at least do it in post-commentary, because if I have to completely re-record the footage, that's going to be kind of difficult, and I'm honestly getting a little bit worried about the future levels in this game. So that's something that I'm a little bit concerned about. I do have a backup plan, but I really hope it doesn't come down to that. So we go over here, and I just kind of feel bad for those lizards in particular because they're just playing with a bone and bouncing it on their head, and then we just come in and just completely destroy them. That's just not very friendly at all. So we need 16 enemy spirit things to be able to activate the power-up in this world, but luckily we're only 3 enemies away from being able to unlock that, so it's not going to take long at all. So we'll continue on over this way. There's only one more spirit thingy left before we'll get the supreme powers. And now we've unlocked it. So yay! That was kind of anticlimactic. So we go across this area after we defeat that guy. And now we'll go over here. And now we can run on lava. It's always been my dream since I've heard about it just now. So, yeah, this is a pretty fun ability where we can, like, run on lava and things like that. Now, I highly recommend you don't do that in real life. It's not exactly recommended that you try running on lava, because it's kind of lethal. So, we go over here and we have to attack another one of those cute lizards. It's like, come on, it's just minding its own business, and we're trying to destroy it. It's just... No, that's wrong. I feel so bad for attacking those ones. Those bones that we've been picking up across the level, we haven't quite seen the objective that they're used for, but we will pretty soon, so don't worry about that. And now we'll pick up the next gemstones. They still look like Gusher candy. I don't remember if I mentioned that in the video or not, but they just look like Gusher candy. That, you know, that one that, like, you squeeze it with your teeth, and then, like, a bunch of juice comes out, and it's really, really yummy. I say that, but I actually haven't had one of those kinds of candies in, like, years or so. If I ever feel like having candy, it's usually chocolate. I'm kind of picky when it comes to candy and things like that. Like... I usually always prefer chocolate. I don't eat lollipops anymore because I just kind of lost interest in them. And that's something that's vaguely interesting, if I do say so myself. Of course, if the James Rose is watching this, he's probably going to be adding that to the list of things I don't like.
I'm so sad. Those pesky lava toads have stolen all my friends' bones. If you help me put them back together again, it'd sure be more fun.
And now I feel silly for not remembering these enemy names because pretty much every NPC has been talking about them. And I literally just edited the footage together in preparation for the post-commentary part of this video. So yeah, there were lava toads everywhere, and there were also lava lizards and things like that, because everything is made out of lava today. I wonder what would happen if I was made out of lava. That'd probably suck, because I wouldn't be able to drink eggnog, because then it would be burnt. And burnt eggnog is gross. One thing I gotta say about this is that, in terms of editing, one thing I'm kind of happy about with this game is just how smoothly the audio transitions no matter what. Now that might just be because HitFilm was a pretty awesome editing program, but like, I'm just really happy with how smoothly the audio transition sounds whenever I'm working with this game. It's just something that's really nice because I've let's played plenty of games where no matter what I do, I just cannot get the audio to transition smoothly.
Spyro, now I can put my friend back together. Please take this as a token of my appreciation. A fairy left it with me a little while ago.
Why does he floss? Alright, so that's basically like what everybody says at first whenever they see the skeleton in this game, especially if you played the original game before. So personally, the dance itself doesn't bother me, because like I'll have an on-screen comparison of what the dance was like compared between the original and Reignited trilogy. And it does honestly kind of look like he flosses even in the original one, so it's not like they entirely added it in just for the sake of the meme or whatever. But that's also going to horribly date this game pretty quickly, because the thing about stuff like that is then the reason why memes usually aren't included in games like this is because it dates the game quickly. Now personally speaking, I think the foghorn thing dates that dance a bit more roughly than the actual flossing thing itself. Now, the dance itself, like I said, that doesn't bother me. I think it's pretty fun, and even the music itself is pretty catchy, even if the foghorn is a bit much. What bothers me, though, is the fact that it seems like for the past few years, flossing is everywhere. I don't get it. I know it was like a fairly well-known dance even before Fortnite happened, and it just seemed like that game, among other dances, really popularized it with younger people and things like that. But still, it's everywhere. It's in this game, it's in Wreck-It Ralph, I think it's in Shazam. It's like, why? Now, I'm not judging anybody who likes the Fortnite dances or anything like that. Now, it's very similar to, like, kids of my generation singing the Pokemon song. It's pretty same basic principle and things like that. So I won't judge anybody if they do the Fortnite dances. I have actually seen a lot of people do it out in public, and it's pretty fun. It seems like they're having a lot of fun when they do it, so who am I to judge? And if I was good at dancing, maybe I'd try it someday. Even though I probably would never do that on a video, but it's just... the dancing itself is fine, it's just everywhere that bothers me. Enough about that rant, because now we have a new objective. I don't remember off the top of my head if we've seen these before, because it's kind of been a while since I've been able to record a video. So these are going to be like question mark poison jars that we must destroy, because pottery is not allowed to exist in any world. Pottery is our enemy. So, in all seriousness, basically the idea behind it is that you're going to see the jar, and then it's going to show a quick little glimpse of where it's going to be hidden in the world. And let me just say, thank goodness for the Switch capture feature, because I remember when I was practicing for this Let's Play back when I was still going to cover the PS1 version of this game for the Let's Play. I remember during that particular playthrough, I was struggling remembering where these were, because I'm not that good at remembering areas on a first playthrough. Like, obviously, over time, I definitely will get a lot better and things like that, but like, I was having a really hard time remembering where those locations were when I was playing through this the first time. So, when I was playing through this the first time on the Switch version, I just basically made a tradition to just take a Switch screenshot every single time that one of those things came up, so I'd have an easier time remembering where they're supposed to be. Call that cheating, I call that strategy. Said everybody who's ever cheated a video game ever. Alright, so now we've completely 100% the world of Skelos Badlands.
Excellent. You made it through the Badlands. I knew I'd win that bet. My cousin Gronk is a fool to bet against a dragon. Take this talisman for helping me out.
So now we're taking care of all that, we're in this video off here. But before we do so, there is one more thing I'd like to mention about the Skelos Badlands. So, on the original PlayStation version of this game, the title screen of Spyro to Ripto's Rage took place in Skelos Badlands. So that's pretty neat. I'm really sad they didn't recreate these opening intros in the Reignited trilogy. So this is a big reason why I want to demonstrate it here, because there's probably no other place to demonstrate it throughout the rest of the Let's Play. But that's going to be it for this episode of Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. So thank you all so much for watching this episode. In the next video, we'll be conquering the world of Crystal Glacier. And until next time, leave the gear to you. Oh yeah.